You ready, AZ? We're live.
I've been designed to always be ready.
Right. How can I forget? Welcome back, people, and we hope you're ready for another exciting episode of the Prophethood. In today's episode, we're going to be speaking about Prophet Adam's two sons, Qabeel and Habeel. And if you think I'm going to tell you a tale about how good and righteous these two men were, then this episode is absolutely going to shock you. Filled with suspense, jealousy, and lots of family rivalry, this tragic story is one you will definitely remember. And the lessons we'll pick up along the way are timeless and critical too. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. The Prophethood is where we come to learn about the heroes who spread Allah's word. The Prophethood, their stories teach us right from wrong. Let's walk in their footsteps, let's visit the Prophethood. In the last episode, Prophet Adam alayhi salam and his wife Hawa ended up being transferred from Jannah to our beautiful planet Earth after they learned all about making choices and how to ask Allah for forgiveness when they made a mistake.
We were also introduced to their arch-nemesis Iblees, whose mission it is to get humans in trouble.
That's correct, AZ. And Iblees' evil is going to creep into this episode as well, unfortunately. Now, Adam and Hawa started to have children in order to spread the earth with more great humans who would represent Allah and spread goodness and justice. And the two boys they had whose story is mentioned in the Quran were Qabeel and Habeel.
Qabeel is the older brother and Habeel the younger.
Thanks, AZ. Now, you can imagine that Prophet Adam alayhi salam would constantly warn his kids against Iblees as they were growing up and tell them the story of how he and their mother Hawa ended up on earth. Iblees tricked me and I ate from the forbidden tree, so watch out, kids. Don't listen to his whispers. When the kids grew up, Qabeel started to work with crops, basically fruits and vegetables, whereas Habeel became a shepherd and raised cattle. Now, everything seemed to be going just fine until it was time for Adam's sons to get wives of their own. And it's said that Qabeel was kind of jealous of Habeel because he was more interested in Habeel's woman than his own. And Qabeel didn't keep this jealousy to himself. He made his feelings known publicly. I want Habeel's girl. I deserve her more than Habeel. Sound familiar?
This sounds like the time Iblees refused to bow down to Adam because he felt he was better than him.
Exactly, AZ. The I'm better than him disease, a very common disease among humans and jinns as well. And this feeling of arrogance can lead to our downfall if we don't control it. It destroyed Iblees, and it sure can destroy us as well. Really dangerous sentiment to have.
What can we do if we have this satanic feeling?
Well, you've got nothing to worry about, AZ, but for us humans and jinns, we can try doing things that will humble us, like serving others at hospitals or food banks, and being kind to the poor and orphans. That should do the trick.
That's correct.
Now, Qabeel and Habeel were set up for a competition to determine who would be worthy of the fair maiden's hand in marriage. And the competition wasn't a sword fight or a UFC cage match. It was a challenge to see who would offer the best sacrifice to Allah. Each candidate would place their offering on top of the mountain, and the offering that catches fire would be the one that would be accepted. Habeel prepared a very generous and high-quality sacrificial animal. He chose the best animal amongst his herd and spent a lot of time and effort preparing it. Qabeel, on the other hand, didn't want to waste his best crops for the occasion. Instead, he chose poor quality products and winged the preparations. Now, who do you think won the challenge?
Based on the amount of effort invested and the quality of the offering, it would seem to me that Habeel deserved to be crowned as champion.
Of course Habeel won. As reps of Allah, we're expected to perfect whatever it is we do. But the loss made Qabeel furious. How could I lose against my younger brother? And in his moment of rage, he got an idea, a wicked and evil idea. He came up to Habeel and threatened to kill him. Kill him? Yep, that's how angry he was. Habeel was like, "What? Are you serious, bro? Have you lost your mind?" And he basically said, "If you raise your hand to kill me, then I'm not gonna fight back. I'm not gonna fight my own brother."
It's important to take a time out to cool down whenever we feel angry.
That's awesome advice, AZ. We may say or do things we'll regret when we're angry, so it's best to take a short break until we can think clearly. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, even suggested to go do wudu like we do for prayer. The water should help cool you down. But Qabeel wouldn't have it, and he went ahead with his evil plan and eliminated Habeel. Qabeel stood there in front of Habeel's body, trying to process what he'd just done. Qabeel was the first human to commit such an evil crime ever. What does he do? What does he tell his dad, Prophet Adam? What does he do with the body? In that moment of confusion, he saw a crow burying another crow in the ground. So Qabeel took this as a message and did the same thing with Habeel's body.
What happened to Qabeel after that?
Well, he kind of ran away and disappeared. And he lost so much more than just his brother. He lost his parents. He lost his family. He wasn't able to marry the girl he wanted. But most importantly, he lost Allah's love. And he lost his ticket to Jannah. Because instead of representing Allah on earth, he chose to represent Iblees.
This is a sad story.
It sure is, AZ. Can you imagine how Adam and Hawa must have felt for losing both their boys? But this story should hopefully serve as a lesson to us all, not to walk in Qabeel's footsteps. It should remind us that we need to try hard to control our jealousy, our anger, and our arrogance, because these are diseases of the heart that Iblees persistently tries to use to take us down.
I'm confident that our audience will not fall for the tricks of Iblees after this story.
I'd like to hope so, AZ, but like we learned in episode 1, humans will make mistakes. We just have to own up to them, turn to Allah for forgiveness, and try really hard never to repeat them. Well, we've reached the end of episode 2. As usual, we've got an exciting episode in store for you next time on the Prophethood, but until then, from me and AZ, take care and stay strong. The Prophethood is where we come to learn about the heroes who spread Allah's word. The Prophethood, their stories teach us right from wrong. Let's walk in their footsteps, let's visit the Prophethood.